Hey guys, welcome back to Lost Artistry Lash. My name's Caitlin, and today we're going to talk about the 4 different types of lash services, the difference between classics, hybrid, volume, and mega volume. This is a question we get asked a lot as lash artists, so let's answer it. Number 1, classic lash extensions. This is typically the lowest priced lash service. It's often known as the most natural lash option, which I don't actually agree with, because classics, depending on the diameter that you use, can definitely look very dramatic, especially if a client has a very high lash count. For example, let's look at this diameter chart. 0.10, as you can see, is the tiniest fiber that we offer in classic lashes. That's gonna give a really super natural result, versus if you look over here at 0.20, it does go up to 0.25, but honestly, almost nobody ever uses 0.25. But when you get up in the 0.2, 0.25 range, diameter-wise, it's gonna be extremely dramatic. Only problem is that a lot of people can't handle the weight of a 0.2 to 0.25 diameter classic lash, so it's not used very often. But speaking generally, classic lashes are when you apply one individual eyelash extension to one individual natural lash. This is the service that you're gonna start with as a beginner lash artist. You wanna definitely focus on becoming a really good classic lash artist before you move into services that are more advanced, like hybrid volume and mega volume, because the fundamentals have to be learned with classics first. It's much easier to pick up and place one individual lash than it is a big fan. So don't skip the classic lash step. Otherwise, you'll be cutting corners and your work may be compromised. Number 2, it's usually hybrid lashes price range wise, but I'm gonna talk about hybrids after I talk about volumes because it kind of makes more sense in my brain. So let's skip to volume. Volume is when you isolate one individual natural lash and you place a lash fan that consists of either 2 all the way up to 6 dimensions. So 6 individual lashes are gonna be made into one lash fan. And this one lash fan is going to be placed on one natural lash that you have isolated. You're gonna do this across the entire eye. So each natural lash is going to have 2 to 6D, that's what we call it in lash terms. It just means dimension. So 2 to 6D fans, meaning 2 to 6 lashes are used within each fan, are gonna be placed on that one natural lash, and you're gonna do this across the entire eye. And then back to hybrids. So we've talked about classics, we've talked about volumes, hybrids are right in the middle. So for hybrid lashes, you're gonna blend your classic lashes, your 1-to-1 ratio, with your volume lashes, your dimensional fans. So 50% of the set is going to be classic and 50% of the set is going to be volume. Now, we get asked all the time, is there a certain method that you have to use when blending the two? No, this comes down to your artistry, but a couple ways that you can blend them is 1, 50-50, just classic volume, classic volume, classic volume across the entire eye. Number 2 is you can place your volume lashes. This is one of my favorite looks. You can place your volume lashes on the bottom and your classic lashes on the top. So there's no right or wrong with how you mix them together. Even at my salon, if a client comes in and they want kind of like an in-between hybrid, I even sometimes will do that where I mix more classics in than volumes. And then I just charge a little bit less for that. So it's kind of like an in-between my classic and hybrid price. And on the flip side, if a client wants more of a dense look, then I will use more of my volume lashes than my classic lashes. And then I'll charge them in between my hybrid and my volume price. There's no right or wrong. One last note on volume lashing, it's actually really important, is that your diameter matters. So just as we talked about with classic lashes, you know how it went down to a 0.10 as the smallest classic lash diameter? Well, for volume, it's even smaller than that. 0.1 can be used, but only in like 2 to 3D fans. 0.07 can be used anywhere from 2 to 6D fans. 0.05 can be used for anywhere again from 2 to 6D fans when we're doing volume. The lower you go in diameter and dimension, the lighter your lash look is going to be. The higher you go in diameter and / or dimension, the more dramatic your lash look's going to be. So now that we know about that, let's move into mega volume. So mega volume is the same process as volume, but your fans are gonna be much, much bigger. So you notice that I only went from 2 to 6D for volume, but when we talk about mega volume, we actually go from 7D all the way up to like 30D. but you won't use the same diameters. So you'll use 0.03 diameter most often, sometimes 0.05, but you won't go up to like 30D in 0.05. You would only do that in 0.03. So each one of those natural lashes, each individual natural lash is going to have a big juicy fan on it that's between 7 and 30D in 0.03 diameter. When it comes to learning all of them, classics is first, volume is second, and I would highly recommend you learn using 0.07 diameter first when you move to volume, because it's easier to pick up, a lot easier to learn. And then once you master that, you move down to 0.05. That'll be easier to learn after 0.07. And then lastly, you would learn mega volume, the hardest technique to create if you're using handmade volume fans. And that would be when you'll perfect your 0.03 diameter lashes. So that basically sums it up. If you want to learn classic, hybrid, volume, mega volume, anything, we here at Lost Artistry teach our courses online. They're so detailed. You'll absolutely love them. We're definitely recognized around the world for having exceptional lash training that is just like doing in-person training, but at home. So if you guys want more information, please do comment below. I'll put the link in the description as well. But in the meantime, guys, if you have any general questions about lashing, please drop them in the comments. I would love to make videos that are tailored to your requests. So let me know if you have any questions. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and of course, subscribe so that you can always stay up to date with the videos that we post here at Lost Artistry. Thanks for watching.